And India's military's swift and calibrated military operation, codenamed Operation Sindoor, resulted in the elimination of over 100 terrorists. But not only did India strike deep into Pakistan, it also successfully defended from attempted Pakistani intrusions and retaliation. Between May 7th and May 10th, Pakistan launched multiple UAV and drone incursions targeting Indian military and civilian areas. However, Indian air defense systems intercepted and neutralized nearly all threats, limiting damage. Some drones did breach Indian airspace, but did not cause much damage.
We were saturated with a raid of Pakistani unmanned aerial vehicles and small drones. And these came in waves in our civilian areas, over our military installations, and all of them were successfully intercepted. Few of them did manage to land. However, there was not much damage that they did. And we have our robust counter-US hard kill and soft kill systems which did the job.
According to sources, the Akash system was activated during these attacks. Now, the Akash, India's Make in India Iron Dome, was used to thwart Pakistani projectiles, while the Russian-made S-400 missile system was also deployed, and the Azuli Harpy drones were used to neutralize Pakistani air defense systems.
I have already detailed the targets. Now, whether it is X numbers or Y numbers that is immaterial. And what damage have we inflicted? You have seen. What are the casualties on the other side? As I said, that is for them to count. As far as we are concerned, from the air defense side, if they had a choice, they would have definitely come in. They're fighters, there are more numbers of UCAVs. It is not that they did not intend to come in. It is only that our robust AD posture prevented them from coming in. So that must be known, and that must be realized by all the audience here.
Air Marshal AK Bharti also stated that the Indian Air Force successfully downed multiple Pakistani fighter jets during aerial engagements. Although the exact number of jets destroyed was not disclosed, the IAF maintained air superiority throughout the operation. And well, we're now being joined by Padma Shri awardee Dr. Prahalad Ramarao, former DRDO scientist, and also the man behind the Akash surface-to-air missile system. Thank you so much for joining us live.
Thank you.
Dr. Ramarao, it surely must be a proud moment to see the battlefield success of Akash. Could you, for us and our viewers, briefly share and make us understand how this missile defense system works?
This missile system has been designed as a medium-range, multi-target handling surface-to-air missile system, as you are shown on the graph. Suppose if the enemy sends 4 types of targets, all are flying targets. It can be fighter aircraft, it can be drone. Once they are coming to our zone, our area of defense, then the radar system, which is the brain of the missile system, and launchers carrying 3 missiles each, 12 launchers, 12 missiles, 1 radar, and they are ready to take. So you can see the photograph of the launch. They are ready to take off the missile and then target each missile, and each target gets paired by a combat system which is very automatic, very intelligent, so that the 12 targets will be matched by 12 missiles, and they go simultaneously to the targets. And when they go close to the target, the warhead will explode. There is a fuse that is detonating the warhead, and all the targets get demolished within probability of more than 99%. This is how this missile system works. So the radar controls the launch of the missile and guiding the missile towards the targets. So which missile to be guided to which target is decided by the radar and the combat control system, and all the 12 missiles can go, depending on how many targets can come. This is how the system works, and missile will be flying within 20 seconds. It will travel 35 kilometers, and all the targets will get demolished. This is how the missile system works, and it has been reported that all successfully intercepted very accurately, very precisely, very consistently, like we have done during the demonstration to the Army and the Air Force. It has been demonstrated in the world, to the world, in the real battlefield. This is how it is done.
Right, Dr. Ramarao. Now, we also have the Shichalika guns. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Other guns. There are other components of our multi-layered defense systems. Can you share for our viewers how they all work together?
See, this is a multi-layer air defense system. We literally have a fort to prevent any flying targets to enter our zone. This is a fort. So we have the longest range we have is the S-400, and the next to that is Akash, is the indigenous system. S-400 is a Russian system. After Akash, we have had a small range up to 10-12 kilometers, and the gun Shilka, which will be 5 kilometers. So they are 4-layer defense. So if the longest target somehow escapes the attack by the long range S-400, then Akash is ready. If that is also missed, then the next comes the shorter range missiles. But so far, we have not had any experience of both S-400 and Akash missing. We are very accurately taking care of the air defense, and the systems have been fine-tuned so that we don't miss any flying target coming towards us, whether it's a fighter bomber, or a UAV, it can be handled. And this is how the 4-layer works. And there is a air defense command system which is with the Air Force, and which will ensure that all the targets are tracked, surveillance done, assigned to the respective air defense system, and they are annihilated. This is the system which is established by the Indian Air Force, and all other 4 systems work under the guidance of the Air Force network.
All right, Dr. Amar. Also, we have the Russian-made S-400 missile system that was also deployed. Could you share with us how does the S-400 add more depth and strength to the Indian missile shield?
See, S-400 is a heavier missile with a long range, more than 100 kilometers, and of course more expensive also. And Akash is a lighter, shorter range up to 35 kilometers. And the difference, major difference between the two is the S-400 has a boosting phase. And you have seen the video, it goes boost. After boost, it comes sustaining or the coasting phase. So boost, coasting phase. Whereas in Akash, we have a ramjet propulsion. It is throughout the flight, up to the second it intercepts the target, it is propelled continuously with more than Mach 2. And therefore, the characteristic of the missile, that is the speed is maintained throughout the trajectory. The maneuverability will be there because it is having the highest possible speed, and accuracy is provided by the radar and by the radio fuse, which is inside the missile. And there is a warhead which will ensure the lethality of more than 99.5% for every target. This is how they are defined. And so these two work in cohesion between the S-400 and Akash. They will ensure that nothing filters, nothing goes out of these two domains. So this is what has happened, and we are happy that the performance is satisfied both for our Army and Air Force, and we have, I'm sure, our area has been protected, made safe and secure.
Right, Dr. Ramarao, of course. Now, Akash is a hallmark of Make in India. India's missile man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former president of India, picked you, who was the youngest project director then. Can you share your journey and tell us about how this project thought impossible for DRDA to create such a sophisticated defense shield became what it is now?
See, fortunately, I did my master's in engineering in the aeronautics with the rockets and missiles as a specialty at the IISc Bangalore. So we got the correct foundation by the professors in ISC for understanding how the rockets and missiles are to be designed and tested. This is a fundamental. Then when we came to Hyderabad, the laboratory DRDL, Dr. Kalam was the director. He was the director and I was a young scientist of 35 years. And I used to interact with him about how to design the surface-to-air missile system, how to do mathematical modeling, how to do simulation, what are the hardware, who all can help us to make the hardware. I used to discuss with him. But at that time, I did not know I will be a project director. I thought as a young scientist, I will support him, whatever data he requires, I will generate. I used to give him the results. But when the missile program was approved by Government of India in 1983, I was pleasantly surprised and also shocked that he said, you are the project director for medium range surface to air missile system, Akash. I just didn't know how to answer him. I was completely tied. So I said, sir, it's a very big project. And out of the 4 missiles that we are doing, that is this is the most expensive, number 1. Most complex, number 2, it will take 15 years to realize it. This is what is given by the government. Do you think I can handle it? He says, buddy, don't worry, I am there, I will be with you. You will succeed, you will make the missile system for the country. So you put it, your boss is the project. You take that spirit, it will work. So he encouraged me, supported me. He gave the template of how to make a subsystem ready, design reviews, and then testing on the ground, testing in the flight. He was mentoring me, he was supporting me, he was advising me, and he never ridiculed any failure. Whatever number of failures, he never ridiculed. He said, I also had failures. I also learned through failures. So don't worry, any failure you will learn and you will correct it.
Absolutely.
In that spirit, I was able to succeed. It took 15 years to say Akash is ready for trial by Army and the Air Force.
Right. Well, it sure has been a journey and has been a proud journey for you. And we thank you for sharing your journey with us. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ramanov, for joining us.
Thank you. Only I want to thank the 1,000 scientists, engineers and their family members who have slogged for nearly 20 years, day and night.
Absolutely.
The credit goes to all 1,000 families. I am only the figurehead. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, WION, for such an opportunity to share my views.
Thank you so much.